Louder?
Very quiet. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Can everybody hear me?
Well, my.
Good? Okay. So I'm Papa Bear, and I started cosplaying around 2012, and I didn't know what cosplay was. I just know people dressed up at conventions, and I went to my first one, and I saw these people in costume, and I told myself I wanted to do this forever, and I wanted to do it all the time. And fast forward to me being here now, where I do it all the time. So, and that is my intro.
Talk louder.
Back it up, Beetle.
Yeah, you stood right in front of the.
Yeah. Rude. You want to talk about rude?
The mic doesn't even reach over here.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Andy Serpenti Cosplay, and this is Chicken Nugget. He's been cosplaying for about a year now because he really loves me. He's very tired. And I've been cosplaying since about 2015. I went to my first local convention with my brother, and he kind of convinced me to wear my Harley Quinn costume from Halloween. Didn't know cosplay was even a thing at the time. Went to the convention, immediately fell in love with the people and the atmosphere and just the really good vibes, and always loved Halloween, so getting into cosplay, I get to be spooky all year round and dress up and have fun, and I love it, so I'm still doing it. All right, I'm gonna pass it over to the old man Nightmare.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Michael Wilson, our Night Mage. I've been cosplaying since 2012, and pretty much like everyone else, Halloween was kind of what got me started into it. After doing it for Halloween, started doing charity events, did that for years straight, and then I discovered conventions, and I've been addicted to cosplay ever since.
Sweet cosplay. Hi, my name is Candy. I'm also known as Sweet Cosplay. I am 46 years old and I like to play dress up. Yes, that was summarized. You're welcome.
Oh, it is my turn now.
I'm not gonna make you do that,
Here,
Chris.
how about I take? Are you sure?
It's gross.
Okay, I just don't want it to.
It's Chris.
Hello everyone, my name is Brooke. I go by Baby OK Cosplay. I have been cosplaying for about 10 years now, and I have done over 100 cosplays. I also got into cosplay because of Halloween. The costumes I wanted could not be bought, they had to be made. Cosplay is a way for me to deal with depression and anxiety and get super creative and keep working with my hands. And I am primarily a foamsmith, which is the people that, you know, make the big armor and the big chunky weapons and things like that.
Chunky weapons. I've tried some of them. This mic is gross.
Yeah.
My tea is gross. It's been well used.
Hello, I'm Bree, or Pink Petal Cosplay. I started cosplaying in like 2016. I started really making my own cosplays in 2022, 2023, something like that. I don't really know what got me into cosplay. I think I just saw a character. I was like, I want to look like that, and so I did, and I made a cosplay. I focus primarily in like 3D printing and like prop making. I have a fleet of robots that do my bidding, and it's a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Robin, or Pink Opal Cosplay. No, that was not planned. We met after the fact. I've been cosplaying since about 2019. I started right before the pandemic started, and then I just kept going because I loved it, and if I didn't like it, no one was going to see it because we were all by ourselves.
Oh, you gotta pass it to Mike.
What?
Ow! Pass the mic to Mike. I grabbed it with my broken thumb.
All right, so this is a Cosplay 101. So basically, this is the panel we're going to go through, like a lot of the materials. Give like a quick 101 overview of the stuff we use and where we like to go. Because the one thing about cosplay, if you take one costume, right, let's take Batman. If you ask all of us, how will we make Batman, you're going to get all different answers. And we're all right, so that's the thing. Like, There's no wrong way to do it, and there's so many options. So, first thing is, I think it's important to reiterate that cosplay is not just about making and crafting a costume. Cosplay literally is just about becoming the character, whether you made it or bought it, doesn't really matter. So let's get started with like actually buying costumes. If you've never made anything, you just want to be Batman or Wonder Woman or whatever, where do you get costumes at? So when I first started, like Spirit Halloween was like your go-to pretty much. And the thing was, the quality of the costumes were not that great. You know, it was ripped easily, they were uncomfortable, blah, blah. The quality of costumes now, man, like, straight off the bag, you're fine, you're good to go.
The Lydia that I was wearing earlier today was straight out the bag.
Yeah.
Like it was a purchased cosplay.
And there's so many other places you can go. So let's go down the line. Like, what are some of your other like go-to sites where if you just want a good base for a costume or anything like that?
Amazon.
Okay, Amazon.
Or International House of Bezos.
Yeah, Amazon is great. Cosplay Sky is a really good place to go for cosplay. Now the thing is, a lot of these places are overseas, so the sizing might be a little wonky, you know. So just make sure you kind of upsize a little bit. Any other places besides this one? Yeah.
Actually,
Doki Doki Cosplay.
If you go on Shein, they have a lot of really cheap stuff that looks great, and most of the time the quality is really good too. I've used Shein for a couple of costumes just to get like a base dress or skirt or something, and it's always been really awesome.
Thrifting, thrift stores.
Thrifting, yes.
And repurposing. Different,
Costume
like I'll
pieces?
find like different pieces on clearance, like at, you know, a fabric store where you can get like scraps and bits and pieces and stuff like that and use that for like patterning and whatnot.
Read reviews first, but AliExpress isn't terrible. You know, it's kind of like another Temu, Shein. I've had decent luck with them.
Yeah. And getting commissions done, that's
Yep.
another huge thing. Etsy, there's a lot of people who do custom commissions on Etsy. Pretty much, it's like any business though. Make sure you read the reviews. You know, if you find someone to do your commission, ask other cosplayers if they've actually heard of this person or if they know. Just because someone does great work doesn't mean they're a great business person, right? So just make sure you do your research on a person, read reviews, just like you would, doing other kind of purchase.
Do a little bit of research into who you are buying from. There's a lot of people who will do repros where they'll take someone else's sculpt and then mold it and then start reproducing it and selling it as their own, but much cheaper because they didn't have to go through all the labor of actually constructing it. So make sure that you're purchasing from a creditable person. I think Etsy is the scary place for that, where you can run into more trouble with disreputable and unreliable.
And the thing is, as vast and large this community is, it's actually pretty close to it small.
Mhm.
Like, we talk, you know what I mean? So, yeah, always do your, we know everything.
Also, with commissions, go into it understanding that if you're gonna commission something, that is the most expensive way to put together your costume. So if you're looking for something custom, or if you can't find it anywhere and you need a commission, that's fine, but it is gonna cost you the most amount of money. So put that, plan that as you budget, how much you actually wanna spend on a costume and where you wanna get it made or where you wanna find it. But know that once you go the commission route, you are gonna hit whatever budget you're planning for, you're gonna hit that ceiling. So just keep that in mind.
And also, if you're wanting to go the commission route, another place you can look, there's a lot of Facebook groups that have cosplay commissions. Again, I would ask for, kind of like work references, and if they have like reviews from past clients, that way you kind of know like who might be shady and who's like actually good quality. It's all about just kind of knowing which questions to ask and kind of, again, just doing your research into who you want to pay to make the costume for you.
We're getting a little antsy in the pantsy just right now, just so you know, we're a little slap happy because this is coming up next and we're all a little
Yeah, we have a hot sauce panel. So
right after this.
stick
So
around
if
for
you guys
that.
stick around, we're gonna eat varying
It's gonna be
degrees
awful.
of hot sauces and try
gonna
to
be
answer
terrible.
questions.
We're
And it's
gonna
gonna
suffer.
suffer,
Including
including Derek
Derek
String,
hot
Scorpion.
sauce,
Yeah.
the hottest one he had, so.
Oh, great.
So, did anyone have any questions about, like buying costumes? We'll keep kind of moving on, this is gonna be a lot to kind of talk about. Yeah.
How, like, if you're starting out, how would you, like, make sure they are going to fit you if you're buying them?
Measurements, measurements, measurements.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, fabric tape measure and.
Because, like, you also said, like, overseas ones, they're gonna
Yeah.
be.
And here's the thing, like,
different.
yeah, overseas, your measurements that you put here, like, whatever if your jacket size is a 48, right? You might want to go the 52. You
So
know what I
there's
mean?
a Chinese inch, which is,
Right.
it's a legitimate measurement. It's the Chinese inch versus the English inch. And it is different. The Chinese inch is smaller. So if you look on the website and you're looking up your measurements and you're like, yep, I have this size bust or whatever, and you order that, it might have been in Chinese inches, which is smaller, and it's not actually gonna be 48 US or English inches.
Right.
So read, always go to the size guide and have a buddy or a friend help you measure yourself. It's or measure you because it's very difficult to measure yourself accurately.
And that's where two things, make sure you give yourself enough time to order this, right? But then also give yourself enough time to make sure you can return it and order another one if you need be. So make sure when you're doing your reviews, if you can get refunds. If there's no refunds, honestly, I don't take that chance. But if you're able to get refunds on it and so forth, returns, then,
And one more thing I'll say about that real quick is that before you order, always re-measure yourself, because you may have measured yourself 6 months ago and something has changed, whether you don't feel like maybe your weight hasn't changed at all, your measurements can still fluctuate, and you want to make sure you have your most current measurements. Yeah.
To know where to measure as well, you can look up tailor's measurement guides. That's how I always do it. So if you Google like tailoring measurement chart, it'll usually give you like a silhouette of a person, and it'll give you like it'll point to the different areas and say, hey, this is your bust, this is your waist, this is your hips, and then you'll need a tailor's tape, which is just like a long, flexible tape measure. Don't try to use like a normal tape measure. It's not gonna work as well as you wish it would.
Or you can use string.
String works too,
And
yeah.
then
And then measure with tape
it
measure.
once you're done. Yeah.
Next we'll move on. All right, so now let's talk about actually like starting to make your own costumes. So let's start like with fabrics. Where are some places that you guys like to go for your fabrics?
Joanne Fabrics.
I'm out.
Joanne's great. Blue Moon Fabrics is great. Blue Moon has a ton of like really cool spandex and stuff, both printed and just static. They also have a sampler book that you can order. I think it's like $25, and they have a full range color of like skin tone like shading that you can get to like make like a bodysuit that's like the same color as your skin. And they have a large selection of colors for that. It's really cool.
Nice. I just learned something.
I think everyone says Joann's really because
Walmart.
it's
Walmart's
easily accessible. Like there's Joann's pretty much everywhere. The thing with Joann's though, it can be expensive, but typically, yeah, always coupons. If you don't have the app, actually just download it now. There's always coupons there, but also everything's always going to be on sale the next week. So if it's not on sale this week, it's probably going to be on sale next week. So unless you're in a rush, just wait it out. But you said Walmart too?
Yeah, Walmart.
Who's
Walmart has a
got
good fabric
cheap
section.
quality fur? Because that's an
Yeah,
expensive
real,
fur.
yeah.
Is Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby
Oh,
Lobby
honestly,
does.
Hobby Lobby, yeah.
Hobby Lobby's fur is like so good, and it's so much. It's like half the
Problematic.
price. I know it's problematic. I get it, but sometimes,
Sometimes I just
you
need
gotta-
fur.
but sometimes I just need
I
fur.
would rather spend $12 versus like $60.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby does have good fabrics at first.
Another good way to get fabric, honestly, thrift stores. So
Yes.
you could find some really great fabric at thrifting, or even a friend of mine actually recycled in like a giant leather couch, and she made an entire costume out of the back of a leather couch. Because that's a lot of unused, untouched leather, and it's really good material. She just picked it up off the side of the road, threw it in the back of her truck, brought it home, and cut out the fabric, and it worked. It's great.
You can also
Yeah.
check out like Goodwill and St.
Goodwill.
Minnie's. They have curtains, lots of curtains, and you can flip through those to find a little bit more unique type fabrics that you can easily use for, you know, whatever you're making.
Bed sheets, tablecloths,
Yeah, bed sheets.
curtains, all of those are really great options that you can get at thrift stores. And another weird one is furniture stores. A lot of times will get rid of their upholstery, like I have a whole bolt of like couch leather at home that I did not pay anything for. It was picked up behind, I didn't pick it up, someone else picked it up and was like, I got this for you. And I was like, where did you get this?
Awesome.
But they picked it up from like a furniture store and asked permission. Don't get arrested doing this. Don't go dumpster diving. Please be safe. But furniture stores a lot of times will get rid of their like leather, kind of like the things you can go in and touch to see what it feels like,
Yeah.
and excess upholstery leather or fabrics that you can just go in and usually you can ask for and be like pre-touched leather, pre-touched leather. So,
All the
Yeah,
germs
going
on it.
going back to like Goodwill or just thrift stores, if you're looking for like tulle or just like you want like nice fabric, look for old prom dresses, old wedding dresses. There's a lot of great fabric in those. I just got 3 wedding dresses from 3 different friends that we're just getting rid of them. And one of my favorite cosplays was repurposed from my best friend's first wedding dress. So I mean, don't sleep on the thing. Just because you might not need it right now, you might find some use for that fabric later.
Any add-ons with fabric?
Fabric Warehouse is really nice. A lot of times they'll have discounts and coupons, so instead of paying like $17 a yard, you're paying $6 a yard. I was able to make a entire stoleless cape from that fabric, and 7 yards of fabric cost me $60 plus shipping. So like, if they have the fabric you want, I definitely say go there. If you're okay with waiting, if you're in a pinch, then yeah, Joann's.
Now, you have your fabric, so what do you do with it? So, if you want to learn how to sew, if you don't know how to sew, Joann Fabrics does put on classes. They just like basic beginner classes for sewing. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials, like literally there's a tutorial on everything that we're going to talk about. There's libraries. So a lot of libraries have the maker spaces where cosplayers will come in and put on little sewing classes like that. Churches, actually a lot of churches still will put on sewing classes, all the little old ladies. Cosplayers, ask other cosplayers for tips and stuff like that. Yeah, YouTube. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. There's times where my needle and thread is a hot glue gun. Like,
No!
that's right, that's right.
I just realized I forgot my boots for home.
Oh no. Did you really?
I did. Time to go back home.
Time to drive home.
Oh my gosh. Looks like we're crafting some boots tonight.
I gotta finish my rope boots. I need help.
But no, seriously, there's nothing wrong if you're beginning and you just need a quick fix or something like that. Use whatever you can use. But learning how to sew is it's the bane of my existence. I don't like sewing, especially like spandex suits. Any questions about fabric? We're just going to keep moving on because we got a lot still. All right, cool. So let's talk about makeup.
I got.
The makeup panel was earlier, right?
No.
Yeah, there was one earlier.
There was one,
There was
okay.
one, just not this one.
Right, okay, yeah. So let's talk about makeup. So the thing with makeup,
It's awesome.
it is awesome. It's gonna like I don't know. It gives your costume another the type of dimension, I think.
It makes you pretty.
It does make you pretty. I think me personally, the biggest thing is knowing your skin type. Like, you have very oily skin, you have very dry skin. So for me, depending on the day, my diet at the time, I'm either very oily or very dry. So I would use the grease paints, and everyone's probably used the grease paints before from like Spirit Halloween. You put it on, it cakes on, you can't get it to set, you rub it off and everything. You take it off and you're breaking out. Then I would try the creams. Cream, I'm cracking, so I couldn't get it set right. This is like flaking off. So I found that water activated paints work the best for me. So Mayron Paradise, Wolf Effects, Nazaru, Ben Nye makes a great one. But
Papa Bear is wearing Mayron, and he ate and everything, and his lips are fully.
Still zombie.
I was pretty impressed. He was like, "How was my mate?" I was like, "Jeez, you ate. It's good." And I stayed on. Holy
that's
crap.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Today.
Just wash and dry your skin. A good primer base. I use just a cheap e.l.f. primer you can get from Walgreens, Walmart. Don't put any, like, that's gonna act as your moisturizer, too, so put the primer on, the water activated paint. If you're a heavy sweater, you might not want to use it, or you might wanna actually use a barrier spray. If you're not a sweater at all, then it's actually gonna dry really fast, you'll be fine. Did you set yours?
No.
And so he's
I'm good.
perfectly zombified still. So it just depends on your own, if you're gonna be sweating. Now, if you're a heavy sweater, you're gonna be doing underwater photo shoot or rain or something like that, Candy can tell you great stuff. Jesus.
Yeah, oh my god. Please press me, hashtag. So I really love airbrushing. So I have a passion for airbrushing. I really love, I got into body paint, and it's one thing that I really enjoy doing. So a lot of my cosplays do have like a body paint element to them, at least some of them. I've been all kinds of different colors. I use a hybrid airbrush paint. Now, it sounds really super intimidating, and again, we're gonna have a makeup panel one of these days. Is it Sunday?
Sunday.
Tomorrow? Okay, Sunday, there'll be a makeup panel, I'll touch on it too. But airbrushing doesn't have to be scary at all. And it actually has become so affordable. You can get an airbrush compressor pretty cheap from Harbor Freight and on Amazon and stuff like that. And it really comes down to what kind of paint you're using, much more than the air compressor and gun. So I like a local company that's called Pro Air, or I'm sorry, that's the brand of paint. The company is called Show Off Body, or no, hold on. Poop. I'll have to think about it. Hold on.
It is not called poop.
It's not called poop. It's gone. But anyways, the name of the paint is called Pro Air with two I's, Proaiir. If you go to look it up, and it's a hybrid paint. So it's going to be between that water-based paint and the alcohol-based paint. It's going to have longer lasting. Talk to me about it later. But yes, I love airbrushing. I just know we're running out of time. Well, it's 5:19 already.
So, same thing with doing makeup. There's always gonna be like shortcuts and tips and tricks and stuff like that. So like, say you're doing Mystique. BB's doing Mystique on Sunday, and sometimes you just can't body paint your entire body, right? You're gonna be by yourself, you can't get your back, you can't, get every crevice and stuff like that.
My
Tights.
crevices.
My crevices. Tights, a bodysuit. You can do that, and then all you have to worry about is whatever,
Is it
your arms are.
Mayron that does the color matching?
Yes.
Yes.
With We Love Colors.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a company called We Love Colors. They color match with Mayron colors. So if you find a perfect Mayron color you want to use, you can get a body type the same color.
They have
It's
like full glove ones. They have
perfectly
yeah.
matched. And then you can airbrush the body types with a little definition or contouring or whatever. So then all you have to do is worry about your face or whatever it is. And it's going to save a lot of time, and it's just, a lot easier. Also with makeup though, this is more towards the guys, is, to me, I think, like, even if you're wearing a costume that doesn't require like body paint, right, or makeup per se, like Superman, I don't know. Contouring is really important. Like, to me, contouring actually, it brings out your facial definition and everything a little bit more. So, even just like doing a little bit of eyeshadow, or just guy liner, or just your cheekbones, your chin, bridge of your nose, it just highlights all your natural features. I direct it towards the guys because there's still kind of a stigma that like, I don't want to wear makeup because it's a feminine trait. No, listen, the first thing you do when you're on a movie set or TV show or you're doing theater is getting in that makeup chair because it highlights your natural features. Your face is a part of the costume as well. So same thing with body paint. If you're doing like you're doing She-Hulk, green, actually go and contour with a little bit shade darker. It actually will bring out everything even just that much more, you know?
And it, yes.
Yes. Any questions about makeup?
So with, oh, okay. with makeup, with special effects, anything, do a swatch test on the inside of your wrist. I am so allergic to a lot of stuff, and if I were to put that on my face without first swatch testing it and it turned out that I was allergic, I would have a horrific time. So if you're gonna be doing body paint, before you slather yourself with something, just do a little swatch on the inside of your wrist, wait 10 to 15 minutes. If you start to react, don't do it. It means you're sensitive to something in it. It means you're allergic to it. Listen to your body. If it hurts, if it stings, if it burns, don't do it. It's not gonna be a good time. You're gonna be miserable. It can be actually dangerous if you get it like near your nose or your mouth and it starts to like make your stuff swell and then you can't breathe. Not safe.
Okay.
Please be mindful.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say that really goes for adhesives if you're dealing with prosthetics as well. So like
Yes.
latex,
Yes.
and then like there's a lot of people with latex allergies. So there's a lot of different adhesives you can use. I use liquid latex. I don't have an issue with it. The one thing I will never ever recommend to anyone is spirit gum. I'm pretty sure everyone's used spirit gum at some point.
Gum is the devil.
It is the devil. It's so harsh on your skin. It's just I don't even use it in emergencies.
Yeah,
Like,
this
you know.
is my reminder to skin test.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
God, Brooke, oh my God.
Now,
What happened?
Send me that photo.
That's how I found out I was allergic to like hair dye and latex.
Oh my
She was like the
God.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
It's,
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
but
crap.
like you can't even see my eyelashes
It's-
because they're like folded in.
So yeah.
I wasn't
Why
expecting
am I
that.
gonna send you that?
we could-
I'm sorry. As an
No.
for educational purposes.
No.
So yeah, if you have a liquid latex allergy, there's other stuff you use. Prozade is a really good adhesive. It's a medical grade adhesive. They use it for like Prozade.
But, because it's
Um,
prosthetic.
Yeah, that's Prozade.
Um,
It's Prozade, yeah. It's Prozade. Anyways, you can get it off Amazon. The only thing is so it's so basically so good that you need to have the remover for it. It's inexpensive too.
And make sure you're using products that are intended for skin. Do not ever use a product on your skin that was not meant to skin.
Go away.
There's a lot of TikTok trends
Hold on.
out
Did
there.
you bring fries?
I saw somebody walk in with fries. I was about to steal them.
It's all right, I accidentally made a mistake and they're all spicy nugs.
Are you?
No,
Oh my
I
God.
reordered.
Oh, there is fries in here.
Oh, there are.
Hey, those
Dang.
are for the next panel. Woman.
I want fries.
Anyways, there's lots of trends on like TikTok
Sorry.
and things like that where people are using things like Crayola markers and pencils and stuff like that as like eyeliners and stuff. Never, never, ever, ever. You know, so it's non-toxic. Just don't ever put anything that wasn't intended for your skin.
You did get spicy nugs.
Shoot, I mean, I'm gonna try one.
So yeah, make sure you always test. However, I will say there is one thing I use, not intended for skin use, but it works great, and it's called U-glue tabs. It's basically just really sticky double-sided tape. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabrics, any craft store, but they work fantastic. Just wash and dry your skin, maybe a little bit of alcohol swab just so it's nice and dry. Stick it on, and then stick whatever prosthetic or actually, I did an underwater photo shoot as SpongeBob, as a mermaid man from SpongeBob, and I had a foam starfish that stayed underwater for. I mean, I was in the water for a while, but it sticks really well, and just comes off nice and easy. Just moisturize. That's another thing with makeup. Make sure you moisturize your face and stay hydrated after you get done, especially if you're in like full body pain or something like that for a weekend or a full day. Make sure you stay hydrated afterwards. Questions about makeup?
Oh my God.
All right, contacts, real quick. Contacts, love contacts. Everyone loves contacts,
Love
right?
contacts.
We love contacts. Contacts can be very dangerous. Even if you know you have perfect vision, go to your eye doctor, go to an optometrist, just at least to get the measurements of your eye. Thing is, everyone's eyeballs are different sizes. So when you order costume contacts from places, typically they're gonna come in one size. You go ahead and put them in your eye, it might be uncomfortable because you might need to resize the contact. So at least go to your eye doctor to make sure you get your right sizes. Costume contacts, there's primarily the places I go is Pinky Paradise, honeycolor.com, Unique So. Where else do you guys go?
TT Paradise, yeah. Paradise contacts, they're really, really great. There's also a, US-based company called, Samhain Contacts. They are custom, hand-painted, they're a little bit more pricey, but they are absolutely worth the investment.
It is an investment. I was literally
It is.
just talking to someone about them today.
It's really important to remember to literally water your contacts. You want to change the solution out every so often, whether it's once or twice a week, every other week, at least keep up with it, because the containers do leak sometimes and they dry out, and then you're gonna be in a world of hurt and you're gonna be upsetty spaghetti that your contacts are all dried out and you don't have time before the con to order new ones.
Also, do not keep them in your bathroom. I actually just learned that because, you know, the bathroom heating up from showering and then cooling down. It actually makes the eye solution in your containers evaporate quicker. Words are hard.
Words are hard. Plus all the poop particles.
Also,
Saying.
when you first get your contacts, do not immediately put them in your eyeballs, because that solution or whatever they come in the packaging, who knows how long it's been in there, who knows what that really is. So you want to take them out, rinse them off with clean solution, let them sit for at least a day if you can in that new solution.
Yeah,
A few hours,
off-gassing.
a few hours at the very least,
You need
but
to be re-oxygenated.
ideally a day,
10 minutes.
before you,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just squirt them in.
before you just put them in.
Papa,
Yeah.
you've been real quiet over there. What you got to say?
He is
A little
looking
fire.
forward to hot sauce.
Yeah. I said everything.
If you put them in your eye, if you have any kind of discomfort whatsoever, take them out.
Friends are put away.
You might have a small tear in them, it might have a speck of dirt or something like that. Don't try and power through it, it's your eyes, and it's really important. So